Crazy. Oh, that button. Hey, kia ora. Helen Brahms here, coming live from Sun City in Arizona. Hope you're all having a super fantastic, sparkling tune-up Tuesday. Oh, yes, it is a fantastic day. It has been off to an incredible start, including somehow I ended up putting myself into the studio here in StreamYard twice. And I couldn't mute one and talk to the other because I kept getting feedback. It was the weirdest thing. So I finally figured out how to completely wipe out the broadcast and start again. But then when I was hitting the live button, I suddenly realized, oh, there's a message up here telling me that I'm over my recording hours. And I thought, but my calls are live streamed and go into Facebook, and go into YouTube. So why has it been recorded on StreamYard? So now I've added something to my to-do list for today, is to go and check out why I have recordings on StreamYard when I have them going directly to Facebook and to YouTube. So yeah, that's going to be a thing for today, to figure out why do I have, because they said you're only allowed to record 50 hours. And I'm like, okay. It's just one of those things. So it's been a really cool morning so far today. My time this morning, the manifesting time, was just amazing. It was amazing. It was something that that I've got on my to-do list for today anyway, because it's something that I always enjoy doing, and they were talking about it, and I was like, yay, that's what I talk about all the time. Yes. So I can actually get it done. And it is Tune-Up Tuesday. So what changes are you willing to make starting today? I have been making changes. I try and tweak things almost on a daily basis, a week, at least weekly, trying to get it daily, because there's always things that need to be tweaked and changed. I did my birthday resolutions last month. I have been working diligently towards those. And this manifesting challenge has really helped. We're on day 18 of 21. And I'm like, we finish in 3 days. I don't want to finish this. Because it's just it's getting me in the right mind space. But what I'm finding is that my log cabin is it's gonna happen. It's definite. It was in my birthday resolutions. A lot of the first part of the manifesting challenge has brought that more to light, where I've been able to see it. And like if you've been listening to following along about my log cabin, then you will know that I have the outside. I know what the outside is going to look like of my cabin. I know what the barn's going to look like. I know where the RV pads are going to go. I know exactly what the inside of the barn is going to look like. But when it comes to looking inside my cabin, it's a blank canvas, and I have no idea how I want it. This manifesting challenge has helped me start to see what is in my log cabin and how it's laid out. And the other day I got a new detail in there, and I was like super excited, because while I was on my genealogy class last week, we got talking about books and how many books we own and all of that. And I said, well, I have all these genealogy books. I said, but I can't access any of them because they're all in boxes right now, because I live in an RV. I have a limited space. I have a weight limit in my RV. And some of these books, and I don't have them next to me, are like this thick. They're like textbooks. And they're reference materials that we as genealogists need. And so somebody said, well, you could always put it on Kindle. And I'm like, but I can't. Yeah, no, it's not going to work. There are just some things I need to have a book for. But so now I've worked out where the master bedroom is going to go and how it's going to be laid out, and where the master bath is and the walk-in closet. Got that part worked out. And then you come out of the bedroom, and there's these really cool like French doors that go in and out of the bedroom. Or I'm thinking of switching them to barn doors. But then I just figured out I can't have them as barn doors if the new detail that came in last week is going to be in place, unless the barn doors are on the inside of the bedroom. And I thought, but I'm definitely going to have French doors that open into the bedroom. And they'll have glass on them and curtains over them, so that you get some privacy in there, especially when you've got guests. And the guests will be the grandkids upstairs in the loft. The loft area has been kind of planned for a while. It's just going to be this big floor space with mattresses just laid out, just scattered on the floor, and they go up there with their sleeping bags and they're done. There'll be pillows up there. There'll be that, and there's a bathroom up there, and they're good. They're done. They just go sleep up there. But one of the things that when I came out of the bedroom is that because the bedroom and the great room all face out to the lake view. So I can sit on my porch, or I can sit inside. And my desk is going to actually be sitting underneath a window where I can sit and write, and do all my and do some of my research and stuff. But my main office for my genealogy business will be over in the barn, where it will have a similar view. But this area in the house where I have my little office space will be looking out over the lake. But then, this is the cool part. The wall that it shares with the bedroom, because we'll come out of the bedroom and there's the office area, is going to be bookshelves, built-in bookshelves that'll go along that wall towards the kitchen. So yes, I'm kind of starting to get how the inside's going to go, and there's going to be this great big fireplace, and so it can keep the place cozy and warm during the winter times. And yeah, so the inside is starting to take shape, all because of this manifesting challenge. And then a couple of days later, my during the meditations, everything switched focus from the cabin to telling my story and getting my book finished. So I actually wrote a book about the first 18 months of Brad's cancer journey, about my journey through his cancer journey. So I had that written, and I kept putting off publishing it, and I wasn't sure what was happening, but then later on it became clear why, because the story wasn't finished. And so when Brad's cancer came back, I was like, I've got to go back, either publish the book as it is and then write a part 2, or rewrite the first book to incorporate the second part of the journey. And so we came, Zeffie, she sees a friend out the window. And so then so then when Brad passed away, it was sort of like, okay, we're going to rewrite the book to incorporate the whole journey. And so now that has become for the front focus, because during my meditation, I get the message that if I don't write the book and I don't get it published, it's going to block everything else that's on my resolution list. It's my roadblock. I have to write this book to get rid of the roadblock, so everything else will come to fruition. That's the message I've been getting. So, there's all these changes and tune-ups and everything happening. Although I am still working on the other resolutions, my main focus is going to be on getting my book written and getting it done. And the weird part about that, before I had that in the meditation, is that the night before, I was in Dropbox looking for something, and I came across this folder that said Brad's writing. What the heck is this? Because I'd taken a whole bunch of his stuff from his computer and dropped it into Dropbox so I could go back and work it out. And I found something that had Brad's writing in there, and there was a book he'd started to write, and then there was a document there that was called A View from the Other Side. I started getting chills. A View from the Other Side. What the heck is this? And in October 2014, I'd actually given him my book to read and get his feedback on it. He went and wrote a chapter to go in that book at the back. And that's what this chapter was, A View from the Other Side. And I was like, oh. And yes, there's some grammar errors in there, and yes, there's some spelling errors in there, but I'm not going to touch it. When I come to publish my book, his chapter, which is about three and a bit pages of regular Word document typing, is going to be the last chapter in the book. Spelling errors and grammar errors, it's going to be written as he wrote it. Yes, he probably would have wanted me to go through and proof it, but I don't want to touch it. I want to leave it as his words, the way he wrote it. And I may even incorporate like a bonus section, which is the chapters he had written for his book. So yeah, we're gonna see about that. So that's kind of exciting and stuff too. So there's all these changes going on right now, and I am loving every minute of it. So what changes are you going to be working on today? I'm going to work on my resolutions. I've got work that I need to do for clients. I've also got back on the help chat this week, so I'm super excited about that. So what changes are you going to start working on today that will help your business grow, help your life, just help you in general? Get out there and get it done. It's as simple as that. Just get rid of the excuses and just do it. Go do it. Anyway, I gotta go. I got work I gotta go get done. I also have to have breakfast. I realize I haven't had breakfast yet. I have a pre-breakfast snack in the morning when I first get up. And it's telling me that, yeah, that's gone. We need to get some sustenance in there. So now I'm going to go and grab a quick bite to eat. And I'll probably sit here and work and eat it. I know it's not the right thing to do. We'll think about that. But Yeah, that's it for me for this morning. We'll catch you guys back here later on this evening around 6 p.m. Mountain Time, depending on how long a certain puppy wants to walk tonight. She dictates our evening walks. So because in the mornings we're usually on a time crunch, in the evenings we're not really on a time crunch when we leave at 5 o'clock or just after 5 as soon as I get off the help desk. So she kind of gets free reign on how long we want to walk. Like we get to an intersection, go, what do you want to go, left or right? And I get to the end of our site, and I go, and she'll walk out in the middle of the road, and she'll and I go, we're going to go left or right, and she'll kind of turn one way, oh, we're going to go to the left, and then she'll turn around and go to the right. Who knows? Anyway, have a super fantastic sparkling evening. Have a super fantastic sparkling day. We'll catch you guys back here later on today around 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Hei konera.